Kevin Barrister, a native of San Francisco, California, had the privilege of growing up in a family deeply rooted in science. His father, Dr. Chase Barrister, was a brilliant scientist who caught the attention of his close friend, Ronald Crown. Together, they embarked on a mission to establish a groundbreaking pharmaceutical company called GeoPharm, with the noble intention of finding cures for various diseases. Ronald, driven by his belief that this was a necessary evil to achieve their ultimate goal, relocated from San Francisco to the captivating Benoit Archipelago. It was there that set up multiple laboratories, including one on the enchanting island of Narapela. In order to fully immerse themselves in their research, Chase and Ronald also created living spaces for the scientists and their families, including Kevin, who was still a young child at the time. This unique environment allowed them to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of scientific breakthroughs. This laboratory was constructed just off the coast and quickly began yielding results. Chase stumbled upon a significant breakthrough known as the Hewitt-Kahn Enzyme Accelerator, or HKEA, which Ronald believes will have a profound impact on the world. Originally designed to combat Kuru, HKEA is a virus that can be programmed to produce specific proteins. Initially, they tested it on anemones infected with Kuru, which showed promising results but fell short. Despite the setbacks, Chase persisted in experimenting with HKEA and discovered that it posed significant risks, causing cancerous growth in the repair tissue. As they continued their tests, Emory Crown, Ronald's son, became aware of the enzyme and grew increasingly intrigued by it. However, shortly after Emory's discovery, he began gravitating towards individuals associated with the Palm Garden Order, a faction within a larger society called Consortium. Due to Ronald's distrust of these individuals, he made every effort to keep HKEA out of their reach. Ronald was taken aback by the unexpected action of an unauthorized researcher from the Palm Garden Order who conducted a fatal life test using HKEA. He was appalled by the outcome and immediately called for an end to the testing and development of HKEA, feeling it was not aligned with his original vision for the company. Emory, on the other hand, was not pleased with Ronald's reaction and resorted to violent measures by sending thugs to assault and abduct his own father, confining him within the facility. Faced with this dire situation, Ronald made preparations to flee and urgently warned Chase to leave, as well as their lives, including that of Chase's young son Kevin, were now at risk due to Emory's actions. In a twist of events, Emory confronted Ronald and coerced him into signing over ownership of the company to him and the Palm Garden Order, a move that Ronald strongly opposed but felt powerless to resist. The situation had escalated beyond Ronald's control, leaving him in a precarious position with no easy way out. Chase never had a chance to escape as suggested by Ronald, for Emory caught up with him before he could make a run for it. Emory then decided to set an example with Chase for both his followers and those associated with the Palm Garden Order. Whatever fate befell Chase remains shrouded in mystery, but it is widely believed that he met a gruesome end, possibly being killed in a ritualistic manner or disappearing without a trace. The sinister organization didn't stop at Chase. They soon turned their attention towards Kevin's mother, viewing her as a potential liability that needed to be dealt with. Despite Kevin's managing to hide and shield her from harm, it came at a heavy price. According to Charon's logs, Kevin's mother suffered unspeakable mutilation, likely becoming a victim of the Consortium cruel experiments to silence her about their illicit dealings. Kevin's subsequent loss of both parents fueled his deep-seated animosity, and the sudden demise of Ronald due to the shock of his son's betrayal and the company's dark turn paved the way for Emory to take the reins as the CEO of GeoPharm and become the new figurehead of power within the company. The company's objectives and moral principles took a dramatic turn when they fell under the control of the Consortium and Palm Garden Order, two secretive and influential organizations with a global reach. Their main aim was to exploit the corporation's resources for their own gain. The Consortium, in particular, had a strong interest in conducting research on diseases and viruses with the intention of weaponizing them for sale to military entities worldwide, fetching them billions of dollars. The development of vaccines was deliberately delayed until after the creation of biological weapons, as they couldn't be marketed without a viable vaccine in place. To compound matters, the Consortium didn't hesitate to use animals and even humans as subjects for their experiments and studies. Although concrete evidence couldn't be presented to the public due to the Consortium's extensive connection in government and law enforcement agencies, numerous rumors persisted. These rumors tarnished GeoPharm reputation, leading to the company's laboratories being targeted and attacked by animal rights activists and advocates for humanitarian causes. Chase's son, Kevin, developed an intense and deep-seated hatred towards GeoPharm and the Consortium, viewing them as a greedy monster who embodied the worst aspect of humanity. This hatred drove him to devise plans to infiltrate the organization and dismantle it from within, utilizing their own biological weapons against them. Given the Consortium's global reach, Kevin knew that their downfall would plunge the world into utter chaos and destruction. Drawing from his father's teachings, Kevin utilized his exceptional hacking skills to position himself as a valuable asset to various terrorist groups across the globe, adopting the alias Charon. This name symbolized his mission to guide his father's killers to their afterlife, as he perverted his immense intellect and knowledge to engage in criminal activities that capitalize on his technological expertise. As time passed, Kevin's notoriety grew, propelling him up the ranks of the criminal underworld until even terrorist organizations recognized his unique talents and enlisted him for their operations. Within these circles, he became widely known as Charon, his self-proclaimed title and alter ego, working for a range of terrorist organizations from Al-Qaeda to Yakuza. Eventually, the Consortium unknowingly extended an offer to Kevin, unaware that he was the son of one of the GeoPharm's founders. As Kevin predicted, the organization eventually decided to hire Charon due to his exceptional skills and the immense value they held for their plans. These plans involved surveilling and enticing the immune individuals to their researcher in order to develop a mutagen of the virus and a corresponding vaccine. In exchange for his assistance, they offered Charon substantial profit and freedom, to which he agreed. This led Charon to target the highest security system site for hacking, which would aid in his surveillance task. He specifically chose Prison Island, where he intentionally allowed himself to be captured by Ryder while also carrying the virus provided by the Consortium. This strategic move not only granted him access to the Prison Island, but also provided an explanation for how the virus could infiltrate such a heavily quarantined area, causing mayhem in the prison by pitting the guards against the inmates or infecting them to gain entry to the control room. With Charon's successful capture, Ryder was subsequently qualified to lead the isolation mission for Banoi. This position became the ultimate key for Charon, as he could now impersonate Ryder and gain control over military commands, while also earning the trust of the immune individuals. During the first game, Charon was able to obtain all 4 immunes. He even received a bonus with Yerema, which later became his ticket for revenge. He asked West to use Yerema as an immune asymptomatic carrier for the supervirus, which he had 2 of, one inside Yerema and the other in a syringe that Ryder believed was a cure. Charon used this fake cure to trick Ryder into saving his infected wife and to halt the bombing protocols, as his plan would have failed if the bombing occurred. However, Charon's intention was never to help anyone, so he asked for the supervirus instead of the cure. He needed it to make the Palm Garden Order and Consortium experience the consequences of their actions. That's why he had 2 backup superviruses. He successfully executed both plans, preventing Ryder from bombing with the syringe and spreading the infection further on the HMAS Avenger through Yerema's bite. This was unknown to the Consortium representative Frank Serpo, who also died from this enhanced virus. This also explained why the virus in Palane is stronger and faster than the one in Banoi, which is why Riptide was more challenging in terms of gameplay. The moment Yerema beat a soldier was also the moment Charon disappeared. Throughout the game, there are secret files that you can find and collect. These files reveal that Consortium ordered Serpo to send Charon to their headquarters for debriefing. This means that Charon was not arrested, nor was he on the HMAS Avenger or on the island of Palane when the outbreaks happened. Instead, he was relocated to organization's headquarters. The files also mention that the organization suspect Charon has his own agenda that doesn't align with their objectives. While the organization's main goal is to weaponize and test the virus, as well as develop a vaccine to sell to different militaries for profit, Charon is more interested in spreading the virus worldwide as a form of revenge for his father's death. After this point, we lose track of Charon, as he is nowhere to be found or mentioned in Dead Island 2. However, the developer has confirmed that Eschaton is connected to the Consortium and their secret global New Order agenda. Should we discuss this further in another video? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and I'll see you down the line.